Hello everyone and welcome back to Strategic Command World War I with... Well, let's try and make this the final episode. We'll see whether we can actually manage to do that as well. That will be... yeah, let's move you out here. They're stuck in Tour anyway. Let's take this territory and then just move back. Right. There are a few things that are left that I want to do, but not too many, to be honest. So I think we're set here. I do still need to take care of the Navy. Let's set you once again to interception mode and actually start moving you a bit forward. Currently, I'll just leave the Zeppelins here because I don't think they'll do a whole lot. As for you, I'm actually going to operate them all the way over to the Eastern Front because I think that's where they'll do best. We've got the Italians stuck here, and with France defeated, all those forces are going to move into Italy. So that's pretty much taken care of. I don't need to worry about that. Then out here we're also pretty much fine. Reinforcing some of the navy so we can try to move out again at some point, though. That won't happen anytime soon. We did take care of everything here. As for these... Okay. I'll move the HQ into Basra. So that the supplies will start being a bit better again there. Then... this doesn't do anything. Yeah, it's Navy time. Quite so. Alright, they have a destroyer down here. The weather is probably storms. Maybe. Maybe not, actually. No, it doesn't seem to be storms. If it doesn't retreat, but I'm sure it will. No, it doesn't. Must be my lucky day. Well, that's another enemy unit down. So let's try to figure... there we are. Just wanted to say, let's try to figure out where the enemy has these kind of ships. So gonna have to move around it to see whether they have more units there, but it seems to be only the Tiger battle cruiser. So what I'm gonna do... Oh, there's also something there. Aha. Well, I think the carrier is a much easier target, potentially. Okay, almost, but not quite. Seaplane carrier down. And let's send them out here immediately, so they hopefully get to deal with the battle cruiser. So instead of going back, they actually have to move a bit forward. Because I can potentially deal with that. At least my unit's again a bit vulnerable, but I think because I've already had plenty of successes, it might not be so bad. Oh, they run into another enemy pre-dreadnought. Well, I can't do anything with that for now, so I'll leave it, but it's good to know it's there. And let's go to purchasing. So for the Germans, I'll be getting another corps. And I'll also buy an artillery. And for the Ottomans, let's take a look at the research first. But they probably can't do a whole lot. No, indeed. But I have just too little for a course one. Submarines is not too useful now. Let's leave the Ottomans and maybe we'll buy something next turn. Down here, let's go after that light cruiser. And then get out of there. Alright, that's it. I will have to make you guys dig in. Naturally. You two. Really weird that they haven't done that yet. Oh well. This might not be a good idea. I actually think I need to get a core in there, so I might do that on the next turn. If there is a core that can actually move in there. Italians haven't been moving in here yet, though. Yeah, we'll see. Bulgaria's interest into the war reduces Serbian national morale. Austro-Hungary welcomes them, just like the Ottomans. Arabs rise against the Ottomans. Wait. Didn't I... Oh, no, I didn't move that. After all this time. Sharif Hussein denounces the Ottomans for having rejected God's word. Well... Some developments. They only have one partisan, so I will deal with that. But that is a bit annoying. Okay. To have all this artillery and detachments there. Repairing him all the way to 10. That's great. How do they even get that supply there? They have no secondary supply source, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they do have two of them here, but definitely not down there. Even this takes pretty long. Wonder if they do plan to strike there again. What are you doing, man? That was probably not a good life choice. I don't think that was a good life choice at all. This might prove to become problematic though. Really? Oh, it's the Anzacs again. Thought I killed them. Seems to be something wrong with my computer as well. Things are going very slow and I'm having a lot of lag. For no reason, I think. Okay. Like, Nice is in the secondary supplies, right? Maybe they're getting supply from here? Ottoman Empire is shocked by the Arab revolt. Well, there was only one unit. I'm actually going to place that there to help my troops a bit. Hopefully they'll be able to defend. They do start with 2 shells as well. Let's deal with this here first. How are they even placed? This camera is terrible. I had it 1 hex wrong, so maybe back then I thought it was actually fine that way. But because of the weird camera angles, maybe I just forgot. It's one of the two. Well, I can't ship units out of here. Let's repair these guys, though. You never know what kind of nasty might pop up. I'm gonna move these guys back into Basra. So... why they can't operate any further is beyond me. But... come on, it's just... the camera here is terrible. Why do you do this, game? This is awful. Okay. I need to keep these guys here. So why can't I use the rail all the way down? Is it because... oh, Medina got damaged, supposedly, from the revolt. Okay. Well, like I said, I have to go after Port Said now. I have a detachment in there. There's some fighters. I'll gladly finish off those fighters. Let's just repair for now. And I do have 2 units right next to Port Said at this point. Besides that, I'm fine. These guys will just stay there. For now, they've taken this stretch, is pretty good. Now I need the Ottomans to deal the final blow. If I take this, get the supplies, then I can destroy the HQ and such as well, and then potentially move upon these. But I need my position to be a bit better. There's nothing going to change out here, unless this attack is okay, which it isn't. There's actually snow, which means that combat effectiveness is practically 0. I remember that from last year. Okay, so now that this is actually safe, I can send you back. And I do need to use the convoy map. Then. And maybe you can go to 20 then? No? Okay, so the Austro-Hungarians supplied to Ottomans. And the Germans supply down there. Okay, so it means I'll just only be advancing and repairing my units here. That seems to be the gist of it. If I can't attack properly, there's no real reason to attack. Yeah, let's move you out here, get the artillery, so next turn I can blast at the detachment here and attack it with multiple units. We'll also cut off this rail line and move right next to it. So I do have a few guys that are ready to attack down there too. Let's move you into the capital. Perfect. Serbs are at 25, Russians 39. Wonder if I can take this now then. Probably not. Especially not with luck like this. Still, they'll be cut off. Yeah, Kiev is empty. Okay, sure. I'll take Kiev. Yeah, I'll take anything I can get. Reinforce you back up to 10. You back up to 10. And you. You here for the next turn. You there. I'll start taking random cities here. I mean, if it's empty, then why wouldn't I? So, taking Kiev means another national morale loss for the enemy. Oh. Riga should still fall on the next turn. If the weather is good, at least. This seems to be empty, so I can take that too. It's really no use attacking here then. Or here. Let's attack. Next turn. And you guys will... yeah, they'll start moving on Smolensk. I'll try to move after this city too. So with Kiev fallen, they will lose a lot of morale, or they have another national morale objective lost. Should be a problem to them. And then the beautiful thing about this turn then is of course that I can't take Grenoble once more. Yeah. Alright. You have good supply. They won't be able to take Nice, but they can defend. I'll just repair these. There's still some units that I can destroy, even though as a turn it's a bit unfortunate. Well, it does mean that I'll probably be done with this turn rather quickly. I'll just repair most of the units that are damaged. Yeah, let's try to deal with Le Havre. I want to take it, actually. I think we can. Despite the snow. 8 strength unit in there is fine. That gets the port to me. Let's try to deal with this cavalry. I'm not afraid to get in there. I mean, look, there's nothing left. Let's move you here, so the artillery can move. You guys down here, you in here, these guys in front too. I'll leave these guys there for now. What is their national morale? 4. Surprised it's even that high. Won't attack here. Supplies will be bad for a little while. And there is storms, but I can still try to take down the Tiger battlecruiser. For some subs. Oh. Maybe I'm best off going for these guys then. Didn't I have another dreadnought? Yes, I did. Need to get rid of this pesky blockade that they constantly put up. And the only way to do that is by exposing myself in this way. The distant blockade is a lot less effective, but still. Oh, these guys have no supply. Let's wait on that one then and just slightly move forward with a couple of these. So it'll be a bit easier to attack, and that's it. Except for this unit. Move you in here. And there we go. After, let's go for some more research. I guess they can start going for armored warfare. Why not? The Austro-Hungarians have a lot more research to be done. There we go. And the Germans have 115. So the Ottomans actually get to purchase some infantry. Close. And the Germans as well. That's it. Let's end the turn. The loss of Kiev reduces Russian national morale, but not by too much, apparently. Keep getting more troops at Smolensk. Can hardly believe that it reduces their morale by that little. Lots of intelligence being done. Like the Russians have no troops left, and conscription, huh? The 2nd Anzac Corps. Yeah, go ahead. Man, even another pre-dreadnought. Uh-oh. There's 1 damage to my dreadnought. Let's zoom in. Come on. Haha. Okay. I'm trying to zoom in. Game, please. No. Look, I tried, okay? It's just, it's not working. There we go. They're throwing everything they've got at me, but they're getting trounced at every turn by new contacts. Okay, that's gonna hurt. Ow. No! How did they suddenly get the location of all these units? Another dreadnought? Wow. Those are gonna be some rough battles. Yeah, bye. Well, they have an extra core in there. How beautiful of them. There's some weird stuff going on down there. Alright, let's play the next turn properly for a bit, because the problem is that if I make too many mistakes, things are gonna go slower, and I'm not gonna do as well, so... Especially with the Navy. At least they are mauled too. Wow, okay. But do they have a new unit from Montpellier then? I mean, I don't care that much about what they just did, to be honest. This is also good for me. And this. Huh. That's pretty good for them. Well, that was that. Let's hope the artillery will provide a little bit of cover. It seems to have some effect at least. Good. Why do they even try? Okay, it's down to 2, so luckily not dead yet. And now these units might be able to move in there. I think they can use the double movement. Or a forced march, that is. Why, game? We should be doing other things. But feel free to move more units in there. Fighting erupts between Barjam Kuri and Eshat Pasha. Austro-Hungarian saboteurs strike at Italian ports. I have no clue whether it has any effect. The No Conscription Fellowship proclaims its opposition to conscription. German socialists opposed to the war form the Spartacus League. Why would you be opposed? No, not snow. Do I really have to do nothing for 2 turns every year? Ugh. They do get a real gun. Langer Max. Let's go. The snow doesn't seem half as bad, at least against these guys. Maybe it's because of poor supply. And Shitamir goes down. Do I have a unit that can get into Kiev? Yes, okay. Because they do have a unit in Chernigov. But Uman is not out of reach here. But this last attack goes poorly. Yeah. Let's try to cut them off from supply to make sure that they're to potentially get worse supplies there. That winter really cracks down on any potential offenses that you have. It really sucks, actually. But we'll take Riga, so once again, advance continues. They have some new defenses up there. Never mind about Dvinsk. Okay, they'll be destroyed soon, so take Vitebsk, cut off Polotsk, and I cannot cut off Orsha. Cut Gomo. So they have a unit at Chernigov that can't really move. I mean, look at the swaths of Russian territory that are already taken. That's and they're still at 33. That's most impressive. Yeah. Well, let's continue down here then. They've taken that, but then I'll take Montpellier. Let's detach you and attach these two. Take tour. And all of this still doesn't make the French surrender because supposedly they don't care about me taking this. Let's take Khan. Smack the HQ. Down. Let's attack these fighters. I'll actually send these guys down here because I need a few more units down here. I'll just leave these two here. They took back Avignon. Yeah, sure, that's fine. I don't actually care. Not too much anyhow. But I will make sure that more units will get here so that we can launch some decent offensive. This is an alternate supply, I think, at least. Maybe not. This is actually not good, and not good at all, to be honest. But we'll have to make do. They also still have these, and I haven't been able to get there. I guess these should go down, so we can start taking that capital. But the bad weather has prevented me from doing too much. Italian front. I only took 1 damage this time. They should be pleased with that. Yeah, they should. I'd be surprised if I can get a unit in there, and I can't, indeed. So they'll move the old Serbia detachment up, and then I'll take the capital on the next turn. At least I'll get rid of this, and these guys will be much weakened. It's just a tough luck of the bad weather. I'll surround Salonika. Get 2 more guys in here to start harassing the capital on the next turn. I'd be surprised if the allies, Entente, can send extra forces out there. Oh, not this again. Yeah. This really reminds me a lot of another game. Unity of Command, where the negative odds are actually have a higher chance than getting positive odds, and then the combat odds are off because you're getting unlucky more often than you get lucky, even though it's supposed to be like this. Okay, good. You can just move back. You in here, and that should prevent these partisans from getting too frisky, I think. Game, please. Yeah, they probably won't be able to get around and attack the unit at Medina itself. But just in case, I can move them back one more hex, because I already have those partisans under control. So these two here, I think I can already start moving back with one core to free that up. Yeah, not too pleased about how that went, but we'll see how we get to continue. Technically, they have no free units to attack with. So that might help a bit. The last thing I need to deal with is the Navy before... yeah. Actually did get it, or find it. Also with the Germans, I wonder if I can buy that dreadnought back. I guess I can't. We do have good weather at least, so let's try to deal as much damage as possible. Okay, so let's attack there and try to move out with these guys. Finish it off with the submarine. Let's finish you off with the dreadnought. And try to move out of there too. I can't destroy both of these dreadnoughts, I think. They are too powerful for now. And... okay, that doesn't help. Yeah, let's start attacking. Let's get a light cruiser. down there, destroy that. These guys are out of reach. So I think I'm probably best off looking for a retreat here. Trying to block enemy access. To those units through this way. Start reinforcing that dreadnought. So even though we've had some success at sea, it's not been smooth sailing all the way. For sure, and they did get one of my units there, so that let's actually, yeah, if I buy another ship, you know, this takes 15 turns to produce, so it will be done in March 1917. That's way too late. Not gonna help me. So let's purchase this, and now that I'm thinking about it, let's actually take a look at the partisans. Oh yeah, pull you back. So good thing I did that too, because otherwise they might have spawned partisans at Minsk. So let's also purchase a detachment at least to actually deal with the partisan locations. Okay, I still have units right next to that. So, as for the Austro-Hungarians, let's purchase another corps. And also detachment to deal with the partisans. And then for the Ottomans, I'll get them a railgun. Strike range 3. Okay. French morale is 1 now. Loss of Riga reduces Russian morale. An Irishman called Sir Roger Casement is willing to take a large consignment of arms to Ireland to equip the nationalist and republican groups who are planning a rising against British rule there. He asks for 25 MPPs to fund this venture. It will be a risky mission, but if Casement manages to deliver these arms and the rising is successful, then it could prove to be an important blow against our main enemy. Would you like to authorize payment to Sir Roger Casement? Notes: if you agree to deliver these weapons to the Irish, then the rising will have a greater impact on British national morale, as well as leading to greater damage to Dublin, thus reducing Britain's income. Sir Roger Casement's ill-fated mission to deliver arms to the Irish rebels ended in failure when he was taken a prisoner shortly after he landed in Ireland in April 16. Casement had come to distrust the Germans and sought to dissuade the Irish Republicans from launching the Easter Rising, but he was caught before he could make contact with them, so the Rising went ahead regardless. Sure. Just to see the animation. UK raises more troops through conscription. 2nd Anzac Corps arrives in England, luckily not in France. Greek forces mobilized to defend Macedonia. Why there? Greek forces mobilized to defend Ioannina. Don't tell me it's going to be there. Okay. Workers in Petrograd strike for better conditions. Might be a bit late for that with the Germans on your doorstep. The philosopher Ludwig Wittgenstein is posted to serve on the Eastern Front. German forces surrender in Cameroon, and the German Socialist Party expels 18 MPs for voting against the war. Fighting breaks out when Pancho Villa raids US territory. Some technology. So a lot of stuff going on, but even at one point, the French aren't surrendering. Okay. I mean, I don't know what to expect then. They're fighting at the beaches. At least the weather will promise to be good again. Okay. Should have moved these units. I have no clue what's going on right now. I can't see anything. Because the game has stopped showing me stuff. What are those Allied Zeppelins doing there? The Western Entente, why? They must have come from Mesopotamia. They must have transferred there. Oh, they have cavalry here. I wonder if they just landed out there out of nowhere. Didn't see them before. Now there's 300 bombardment. Okay, done. Good. Wonder if they're gonna move up. Because, like I said, I didn't see them before, so it's skeptical. Okay, they must have gotten these additional units through something. I would find it out if they were just waiting there. I mean, that could be, but that would be a bit odd. Don't tell me these partisans are stronger than anything I have. That would... Okay, good job, game. Maybe they're invincible partisans? Another detachment. Seems like we got away almost clean there. And I haven't seen any blockade for this turn, which I'm also happy about. So, no. Game, please. Don't do this to me. Conscription leads to industrial unrest in the Clydeside dockyards. That's it. Wow, there are blockades again. Didn't think they'd have it in them. Okay, well, we can deploy those later. Well, they still do keep getting units, so I'm fairly surprised. They haven't surrendered yet, but we'll get there eventually. It's just taking a lot longer than I would have liked. Yeah, we'll take that and that on the next turn. There is some progress in all this, but they're also sending extra troops in there. Right. I'm also really surprised why they're attacking and not like protecting their cities. Seems like the rain is still dragging me down. Okay. Well, I'm gonna end the video here. I've been playing for quite a while actually, so once again the game is not yet done. Why do they continue to resist? Right, April 8th, 1916. That's where we're gonna leave it. And yeah, I'll wrap things up and see you next time. Bye bye. Take care.